Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some very interesting updates. We start with Manchester City midfielder Bernardo Silva, as Barcelona transfer expert Gerard Romero have reported that Silva's transfer would cost Barca in the range of 50 to 55 million euros. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Memphis Depay, it has been reported that Serie A giants Juventus have started talks with Memphis Depay and they are waiting on contract status. So guys, as we get right into those stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. If you're just coming across this channel for the very first time, you are very welcome. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Also consider liking this video and please watch it right up to the very end. Gerard Romero is no short of transfer bombshells this transfer window. After successfully defending Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha and Jules Koundé's claims against the English media, he has come forth with another important update today. The reliable journalist claims that Barcelona have an agreement with Manchester City, which would see Bernardo Silva move to the La Liga Giants for less than 80 million. The transfer, he boldly says, would cost no more than 60 million euros. That seems to be an absurd amount for a player who is inarguably one of the best in his position. He was in the Premier League team of the season last time out, and for the first half of it, a contender for the Player of the Season trophy as well. It was initially reported that Bernardo Silva would only be signed if Frenkie de Jong leaves Barcelona. The Dutchman has an 85 million euro price tag on his head, which Manchester United and Chelsea are willing to meet. However, now it seems Barca are planning to sign Bernardo Silva, regardless of what happens to Frenkie de Jong. Xavi is a huge admirer of the midfielder and wants Laporta to sign him as a top priority. That said, Barca are facing a lot of trouble registering their 5 summer signings with La Liga, and signing Bernardo would only add to the trouble. He will, however, earn less than Frenkie de Jong and is more than excited for that move. Romero also reports that the Portuguese has appointments to look for a new house in Barcelona next week. If it indeed does go through, Xavi Hernandez will have the likes of Frenkie de Jong, Bernardo, Gavi, Pedri, Frankie, Pjanic and Busquets at his disposal in midfield for next season. Why it is a long season? It will certainly be interesting to see how he manages his immense squad for next season. Sometimes I just sit and imagine how the squad of FC Barcelona will look like next season if we get all the transfer targets. I mean all. If Bernardo Silva comes to Barca, and looking at the midfield players that I've just named, it is too crowded, right? It's really crowded, and I think any manager in the world will have that state of confusion on how to start your starting 11, how to position, who are those to be included in that starting 11. That's something that the manager, if he does not know man management, can be a problem. And it kind of surprised me a lot how reports have been coming out claiming that the arrival of Bernardo Silva does not still depend on the status of Frenkie de Jong in FC Barcelona. Because at first we all knew it was very clear, that Frenkie de Jong must leave before Bernardo Silva can have a chance to come to Barca. But things have taken a kind of drastic twist, and I kind of asked myself, where is that money going to come from to pay up to 60 million for Bernardo if we haven't sold Frenkie? Because the idea was, okay, if you sell Frenkie de Jong for that 80 to 85 million, then it's going to be very easy for Barca to sanction a deal for Bernardo Silva. But that does not look a reality. So things have taken a different twist. Gerard Romero himself, as we know, the most reliable journalist when it comes to Barca news, have said himself that Barcelona and Manchester City have an agreement that Barca will not pay up to that 80 million euros that have been mentioned in most part of this summer transfer window. Barca are going to be paying less than that. That is great news, isn't it? But how are we going to reach that? Now, we talk about player registration, something that have been a serious problem for Barca. All we have been doing is signing. And now to register them have been somehow of a problem. But I definitely believe Barca will do that as soon as possible. But I don't know if they will do it before La Liga starts on Saturday. But if they can do it, then that will be something great. So if they're focusing on Bernardo Silva as it stands, then more problems. But if Laporta knows what he's doing, then that's good and fine. Bernardo Silva is interested in the Barcelona move. So interested according to reports. But I asked myself as well, if Frankie de Jong is still there, Pedri, Gavi, Frankie's here, how is that? Who is going to be the starting 11? How will Bernardo fit in? So, except that means Gavi's own Barca career will somehow be destroyed because Javi, from what we all know, love Bernardo Silva a lot, and from what Javi's plan might likely be, will be a starting midfield of Pedri, um, Busquets, and Bernardo Silva, if in case Bernardo Silva makes a move to the Camp Nou. And with that, Gavi now and Frankie De Jong might likely suffer a lack of game time. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this ends up. We know Gerard Romero have been saying everything, and it happens like magic. It's spot on. He spoke about Lewandowski, it worked. He spoke about Koundé, it worked. He spoke about Rafinha, it worked. So there's every reason for us to believe what this man says. Then on to the next story of discussion. It has been a tremendously busy window for FC Barcelona with lots and lots of activity in the market. However, the Catalans are still engaged in a race against time to register their new signings. Player sales are paramount, with a few completed and a few more in the works. The latest name on the exit list is now Memphis Depay, with Italian giants Juventus seriously considering him as an option, according to Gianluca Di Marzio. Depay is now a very concrete option for the Italian giants, and Barcelona have been working to end his contract so he can leave as free agent, which would lighten some of the load on their wage bill. With so much attacking firepower now in their ranks, it was difficult to see too many game time for the Dutchman in Barca colours, which is reportedly why he's open to the idea of leaving as long as the top team make an approach. Juventus are ready to offer Memphis a 2-year contract, but are waiting on the status of his contract negotiations with Barcelona, who are working on determination to make his transfer possible. Juve reportedly are very keen on him as a pairing for Dusan Vlahovic, but would prefer to sign him for free. The report from Italy states that Juventus have already contacted Depay's entourage. It would be a sensible move for all parties involved and would take Barcelona a bit closer to being able to register their new signings on time. Definitely, Memphis Depay is closing in on a move to Juventus. Since yesterday, we've been getting reports of this, and from all likelihood, that might be something of a reality, maybe today or tomorrow, whatever, I don't know. But from what they are saying, Juventus are in talks with the players' agents, and things are looking somehow optimistic in that regard that a move for Memphis will indeed materialize. The player knows very well for sure that staying put at Barcelona will kill his game time, and we know Memphis is that kind of a player that likes to play, that wants to always be there to be the main man, but he knows very well that that will not happen. So the best option is to leave to have that regular game time elsewhere. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.